And hello, everybody. I forgot we had our cool stinger transition. Didn't use that at all. Oops. yeah,
That happens.
yeah. I'm only this far into my coffee, so I'm gonna forgive myself today. um, how to remind me of your stream deck. Hello, players. So nice to have you back here this week. And viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Evening Varaz. Well, we have gotten ourselves into some trouble in the vaults of the Elder Brain. Thankfully, our crew's she's just expert teamwork. Took down the Elder Brain. Seemed to disrupt the ability of one of the other main illithid there to do what they were trying to do as they were trying to attack. Carefully navigated people out of their cells. And we had a little bit of a party split towards the end where most of the group was heading to leave the vault with the citizens. And Sinister, that magic, ping some magic and wanted to check it out, but things got a little too dangerous. With some ticking bomb sounds and other stuff. The rest of the party made it just outside of the vault ruins, their entrance, and across that chasm with a telekinetic force. Everyone's just now piling across that, the last of the people, and a huge explosion was heard inside the with a plume of dust and debris bellowing out entrance to this. So we are going to pick up there. I'm sorry, I'm just going to change the volume on this. The water drops got real loud at this part of
Yeah,
the.
they're very.
Yeah. It's a little distracting. I'm not going to lie. Um, seemingly all of the villagers rescued. Everyone else is, and I'm actually going to take a minute. I'm going to set us right outside and give the group of folks that were outside, a group of players that were outside, a minute to kind of role play and process what you're seeing. As this explosion went off, Sinister was inside, comes out. You've got villagers to return as well, and you're still, you're out of the I guess out of the fire, but still in the frying pan. So, what would you all like to do? Go ahead and take a moment if you want. Um, Either of you have anything that you'd like to roleplay on?
Sia, did you hear that?
Yeah, Sinister was in there, right? Did you see him?
I mean, I know that that's the way that he went.
Mm.
Um, well, we're close enough. I think I can maybe let's reach out with the mind link.
Okay.
Maybe. Dan,
Yeah,
can you do that?
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay. So Dia's gonna try to do that.
Okay. What
You
would
don't
you?
hear anything.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, well, maybe he was just you know, doing some clever Sinister thing. I mean, like, he's just messing with us. He's just not answering. I mean, like, obviously he's fine. Like, I
Should we
mean,
go
I
back and
mean,
check?
yeah. I mean, maybe a rock hit him or something, and he's like passed out, or maybe he just got tired from looting and fell asleep or something. I don't know.
Should
No,
one of us
no explosion could take down Sinister. Like there's no way. There's no way that could ever happen.
should one of us stay keep going with the people?
Grundy will step in. I think I can lead them ahead at least a little bit. We'll go at a slow pace so you can catch up.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, let's see. Let's see. I just realized I forgot about something happening. Okay. So the two of you, Sirik, will I will maintain the cross and return as you need.
Thank you.
The two of you begin to head in. All right. I need to see. You actually will probably have to wait a moment or two. As you cross the bridge, there's still a lot of this debris. Do you want to push in through all the dust and debris and smoke and such that's coming out?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
can I have you
Yeah,
each? Oh, good.
Brila's gonna walk about, just for flavor, going to walk about 10 feet behind Sia.
Okay.
What did you want us to roll again?
Constitution saving throw, please, if you would. As
Oh,
your
okay.
lungs begin to
That's
kind of
fine.
fill with this stuff.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 16.
Hmm. Great. That's an
Okay.
11 for Brila.
Oh, okay. Hmm. All right, Zia, as you push through, I mean, perhaps it's all the time you spent outdoors, or it's just strengthened your constitution. But you're pretty good at it's dry in your mouth, of course, trying your mouth out, and there's a bit of coughing gets in your throat a bit, but you're able to push through. Breatheth, you effectively can't breathe in here. You can push through a little. You can step outside, get some fresh air, try again. You can push through, or kind of try and hold your breath. Maybe get through some of this as it settles. What would you like?
I think that she would probably try to she'd probably try to hold her breath.
Okay, make a note.
Um, Dan, would it
Yeah,
be possible to potentially two potential things?
sure.
Questions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With the wings of flying, are they large enough that I could fold them over almost as like a protective barrier if Breelith was walking close enough to me? Or could I flap them to try to like, or is it just so much dust that that's just not,
I think
neither of those
because it's
things are
so
possible?
fine and there's so much, not in this particular
Totally.
case. Sorry, I
Totally.
love the idea.
She
Just
would
curious.
Brila would probably take her scarf and like at least try and filter out whatever over her. And probably try to push a little bit farther that way. But if it seems like it's still difficult for her to breathe, she'll try to hold her breath.
Yeah, it's just too much, and you're not getting any air currently, so it's as
Okay.
though you're. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so the two of you begin pushing. I'm sorry. Um, well, a couple things. I sent two of you a message, and Steph, may I please ask what your Constitution modifier is? Just a con mod.
I have a 12 plus one.
The it's a +1. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you can hold your breath for, I believe it's. I'll check. I think that's 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
May I ask? Oh, I have a question when you're good to answer, Dan.
yeah, go for it.
Um, so I mean, I would assume that since we kind of came a little bit from that way, that Breelith might know. I know that she won't know exactly like how far that they have to go still
Mm-hmm.
to get to possibly where the explosion or any cave in happened. I don't know how well they can see. If Can she tell that at all? Like, does she have a sense
Mm,
of like?
You know that it took you maybe 3 or 4 minutes to get from where you were to where you are, but you really can't see. You're kind of operating off of feel through here because it's just
Okay.
all that dust and everything.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Hmm?
should adjust. She'd probably, because I feel like she'd have a little bit of self-preservation here. Um, she'd probably, if she got like a minute in, and it seemed like that they weren't close, she'd probably start to turn back and try to go back
Okay.
to get out of the dust or whatever.
All right. Make a quick, breathe it alone. Make a fresh Constitution saving throw, if you would. As you push through, it's airing out a little bit as you guys as you both
Can we
continue
do?
through.
Can we do inspiration
Yeah, sure.
tonight?
Right. I
Can we
haven't
do
done that
an
in so long.
inspiration roll?
Everyone roll a d20. Whoever gets closest to my roll will have. Gosh, what are we at? Level 7, 6,
Level
8?
8.
Okay, so it's a d10,
I think
d8.
so.
That's a
Yeah.
d8.
Is it D8 still? Okay.
Anyway, okay, I'll go around and ask. Thea? Oh, sorry. See, this is just
Oh wait.
a straight up d20 just for inspiration tonight. I forgot to do it at the top.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Confused.
No worries. That was my bad.
A 6.
Okay. For well, I guess Christy, since it's not really
14.
sincere. Okay.
I don't know what that would help me with.
I know. Um.
Let's just
Four.
say, if I get it, I'll give it to Grundy.
Okay. Well, then it goes to Grundy because you would have had it. Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's a 9 for a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. So you're both about a minute in. You know, there's about a half. You've got another half a minute of breath or so. What would you like to do, Breelith? You're walking near you. You're close enough where you can see Zia. The two of you are walking.
Mental message to Zia. I'm having well, it's mental. I'm having trouble breathing. I think I'm gonna have to turn around and I'll wait for you and just let me know what you find.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. So she will turn around and try as hard as she can to get out of this.
If you dash, I mean, you don't really have breath, but if you
Yeah.
if you bolt, you can make it.
She would bolt. She would bolt. Yeah. And then just kind of like lean up against a wall and just kind of like
Okay.
and just try and catch your breath. And then think I probably should be a little bit more quieter and be like, like try to like quiet breathe, catching your breath.
Okay. Really. All right, Zia, you continue on. So bad at multitasking. So sorry.
On your show, you gotta manage like 50,000 things at once, Dan.
um. Nice. Okay. All right, Zia, you push through, managing to breathe through the dust, knowing when to breathe and when to cover. You make your way back down through the halls as best as you can feel out. You know when you have reached that official vault section because the walls change, and you follow that layout down the hallway. You turn left. You reach the corner. You turn right. You know that Sinister is only like was only like 25 feet in on the left hand side in that room. In here, some of the air seems to be a little bit clearer. In fact, you can kind of see the flow of air getting drawn into that room. What would you like to do now that you're sort of around the corner? You want to just go into the room, take a look?
Can I attempt the mental message again first?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Zia would just call out for Sinister, just hoping to get a response. Definitely not getting one again. Getting a little bit more worried. It couldn't have been the distance or anything anymore. And so she would try to look in, uh, being a little cautious, like knowing that there are still influence around.
What once was a wall here that made the edge of this room is now nothing but collapsed stone. You can make your way past all that rubble to where the door was. The door, oddly, the structure of the door seems to have supported some of this what appears to have been a collapse of stone. So there's sort of an arched doorway, frame broken but holding up, and you can feel this exchange of cool airs. You can see where there was once a ceiling is now just a large space that has dropped into this room with other little areas connecting to cave up above. You look through. If anything was in this room, it was flattened. There's no space to walk, to move. It's the ceiling and the walls make up the space of the room currently.
And Zia knows that this is the room that Sinister was in.
Mm-hmm. As you were all leaving, this is where he was.
Can Zia attempt to kind of pick through some of the rubble?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make, I guess, an athletics check. I'll give you
this is
advantage.
probably totally futile, but
I mean, you've got some time. This is, in your realm of things that you do and do well. So you're welcome to do the athletics check at advantage.
well, I got a 19, so I don't think the advantage really matters.
Okay.
But in case you get a natural 20.
Is 19 your total score, or is that with the modifier, the athletics modifier?
That is with the athletics modifier of a
Yeah,
7.
roll again if you would, just in case.
Okay.
Sometimes it checks a little bit higher. So.
20.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, one more. Like,
That's amazing.
See?
It makes ever so small of a difference. An extra stone. So you are able to move aside some of these smaller bits of stone and rubble. It's going to take maybe 10, 15 minutes to try and move enough to kind of look. Are you just trying to get a better feel for inside? Is there any room for anyone in here? Or what are you looking?
Or even at this point, she's like, even if it is Sinister's body, she still kind of wants that finality. And if it is I think she has realized at this point that there's a strong chance that Sinister has probably left this world, and there was so much that she really thought that their friendship was really getting to a point where it was finally there were so many things left unsaid and undone, and even if he's passed, there's still some finality and at least knowing that that's what happened, and not that an Ithalid got him at the last minute, or some other fate.
Okay. Go ahead then and make an investigation check, but you can also do an advantage given your strong athletics and the time you're taking.
Okay. It's a 24.
Wow.
Zia's two best things are investigation and athletics.
Nice. Okay. Well, this is made for you.
This, so.
Well, gosh. Okay. You take, I'll say, if you're willing to take up to 30, 40 minutes to kind of, take the time to clear this and look around. Does that sound
Zia would definitely mental message Brilith about the room collapse, about how it's filled with rubble, and that she's trying to clear it out slowly but surely, but she's not hopeful. But that she's going to do her best to find Sinister it's just gonna take a little bit, and to maybe let Sirik know, just in case.
You have any response for this? That update?
No.
Spend that 40 minutes or so navigating Rush, and you have the smallest bit of hope that is very quickly dashed. Where you see what looks like Sinister. That's their shoes. I mean, they've got style, right? You know what their shoes, their clothing looks like. You're like, well, there's their that's a pant leg and that's a shoe. But as you dig, it is only that portion of Sinister's leg that you find, and not the rest. Looks like maybe from there a little below their knee down is what was found.
And at this point, the rest of the stones are so heavy that I can't lift them. There's no hope.
They're 20 some feet by 12 feet. They're just it was the ceiling that just kind of cracked and fell.
Okay. This is gonna be a weird journey back with half of a leg.
You're taking the leg. I love that.
Well, we have to bury.
Yeah, no, I love that.
We have to give Sinister. Sinister deserved more. Just to have a leg buried. But God damn it, we're gonna bury this leg.
Okay, you put it in your pack. You find your way, kind of squiggle your way back out of the small spaces of the room.
And there's definitely gonna just be, I think, for flavor text before leaving, there's gonna be just like a moment of silence that Zia's just gonna have before heading out. Sorry, there's gotta be weight here.
Yeah.
Like,
Take a minute. I mean, and just reflect. Minutes ago, or like an hour ago, you were fighting side by side and harmony and taking down an elder brain, saving citizens of Sunalake, and it just hits how quickly things can change. Quickly things can be lost. If you're silent and reflect. Make your way back out. Relith, you'll see Sirik is turned off. He's taking a breather. As he sees you exit, as he puts the bridge back up for you. Relith, you see. Please call back. Zia, that's your name. Jeez, episode 66. My brain's off. Exit. By the way, Grundy. Hi, Chris. Grundy has begun to escort the civilians back at a half pace, so everyone else can catch up, but just so they weren't all waiting. You've had about an hour, maybe 45 minutes of time to walking so far. Okay. Yeah, you step
I
out.
also gave you my inspiration roll for the evening.
Christy, want to?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Relith or Zia, anything as the two of you kind of exchange looks across this as you're crossing the bridge, Zia?
I think there's just gonna be Zia's they've been kind of invincible at this point. Like, they survived the freaking rock. They survived this elder brain, and this is what finally happens, and it's just gonna be all of that emotion in her face, conveying that it's not good.
I would say that as soon as Breelith could have caught sight of Zia, she probably would have just dropped her head and just stood up and waited for Zia to pass and just follow her without saying anything or even looking at Zia.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit, that's you. She got your thing going on. Okay. Okay. Um, anything for Zia with that, or you're just
I think it's just time to catch up with the rest of the group.
okay? Uh,
And Brayla just keeps her head down as she follows her. Just kind of looking at the floor, like as she's walking.
all right, you begin navigating your way up to Grundy. I guess I'll ask Grundy to do just a perception check since you've been at this for 45 minutes. Just want to see how you're making out with patrols and stuff.
17.
Okay, good. So, what you're seeing so far, Grundy, is you've gone by two separate patrols. One, you almost didn't spot. They seem to. They're not. None of these groups look particularly healthy. One of them you saw from a mile away because this disconnection from the hive mind has them in a state of shock. The ones that you almost didn't see seem to be acting according to their own free will, and they were actually like huddled in a safe kind of spot that almost walked by, but thankfully, due to your perception, circumnavigated. Just planning like, what do we do? We gotta get, you would have been able to overhear if you want, just for flavor. Like, they're figuring out their lives. Do we get out of here? Do we try and steal some stuff? Do we stay? Do we go talk to one of the elders? Some are not handling the shock well, others are trying to make an actionable plan to adjust for this. But, you've got, I think it's like 3 dozen or so folks from the city very carefully take a very wide berth to go past them. Is there anything that you want to do, Grundy, outside of just like making your way back to the city?
I mean, nothing beyond flavor. Just noticing that Z had come back, not really empty-handed, but by herself, and like kind of understanding that someone's gonna be missing from the party. So kind of just gonna keep quiet and like silently just usher everybody out of respect.
Okay. So that's what you want to do once they catch up?
Yeah, and basically, I mean, my head will still gonna be in a slightly slower swivel, especially after I've seen what happened with the other lithids. So, just gonna be keeping an eye out for patrols, but just make sure that they're given a respectful amount of distance, and they're giving us a respectful amount of distance.
Yeah. Almost done multitasking. I'm sorry, I'm a little disconnected, but that's beautiful. So, okay, it won't be too long. Whatever that, your half speed, your 45 minutes. So, in another 45, take an hour and a half. They'll catch up. Um, so after about an hour and a half, yeah, you do in fact see Zia. Breelith, I think, just walking ahead silently.
Brayla's walking behind Zia,
Behind
about
Zia.
10 feet.
You just like looking at the leg. Is the leg just kind of tucked in the bag, Zia?
Yeah.
Okay.
You think of if the knapsack is like kind of closed at the top, it's kind of sticking out slightly on both sides. So you can kind of just see his shoe, which has got to be a really awkward thing for Breelith to stare at for.
Yep.
These are
However
beautiful
long.
boots. Okay.
Yeah.
Brayla is just watching the floor as she's walking.
Okay.
Okay.
May I have Zia and Breelith make a quick perception check on your way to catch up to Grundy, if you don't mind?
It's going to be a 13.
That is a 17 for Brila.
Okay. All right. You also managed to bypass the patrols, seeing sort of the same thing from the different groups of illithid handling this shock differently. Finally, knowing what you're looking for, you know you're looking for dozens of footsteps. You're able to track your way, especially with Zia's, innate survival skill, passive survival or whatever. You're able
Passive
to,
survival.
yeah. Let me have to just
Like,
say,
even if she's knocked out, she can make a fire.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yep, you find your way up, and Grundy does, just that kind of acknowledges the leg, boot, and the energy that the two of you have. Liazana and Ashavar just Liazana is like, she has that book, and she is already like, kind of looking through, snooping through, very head and book focused. Almost doesn't even recognize what's happened until way later than she otherwise would have. I think Ashavar would have noticed, and I think Ashavar would be really saddened. I think Ashavar is one of maybe everyone's like growing close to Sinister. I think Ashavar is one of the closest, maybe. So I think that's gonna hit her a little hard, and she's also just gonna be kind of somber and just processing, or planning. Um, okay. So you all continue along. May I please have everyone, a Grundy, Brila, Zia, make another perception check as you navigate through the caves, making your backtracking.
I got a 16.
Okay, and Brila's?
Same.
Okay, and Grundy.
9.
Okay.
I'm too distracted by the shoe.
The trauma.
Facts.
The trauma of it all.
The trauma shoe.
God, yeah. Oh, no. Everyone's just gonna remember the shoe.
This is like
quite
the
a day.
worst. This is like the
Because-
worst reverse Cinderella I've ever seen.
This is quite a day because you remember Zia was pounding on all that.
Mm.
Not great, not fun.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at my notes so hard. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, you're navigating, you come by another patrol. This one just like seems to be focused on their task, the task they had before everything went to shit. They're repeating it. They're going through their options. You go by another one where they seem to be more so than patrolling. They seem to be trying to navigate their way out and away. Almost in it's hard to tell sometimes with Illithid, but maybe high spirits, free at last from this hive mind control. What type of order is everyone marching in, by the way? Because you have like 36 civilians. Is anyone like taking the front? Or I imagine maybe all of you are kind of in the front guiding. Anyone in the rear sides?
I think Zia would probably take the back, just so these people do not have to stare at a leg. I think that would be kind of disheartening for everyone. And
Very
also,
astute.
Zia's kind of picked up on Brilith wanting some distance from her. And so that'll probably be the easiest for her to keep distance.
Yeah, now that Grundy's, everybody's caught up with Grundy and everybody. I feel like he would actually he always gravitates to the back because he always rear guard. So he's gonna join Z in the back. I kind of just one hand on the shoulder and I keep walking.
Okay. I think Ashavar is going to be back there with you. Liazana is going to sort of lull in the middle. Very much again, it like not really being receptive, but just kind of watching the book and sort of watching people with Breelith in front. Then it sounds like.
Yeah, I think seeing she would kind of notice everyone's kind of leaning towards the back. And then she would probably throw her focus on the survivors and on leading them and kind of like talking, kind of like helping them get to where they're going. So all of her attention would she would just throw it onto that, just kind of get away.
You've all circumnavigated 4 patrols. However, group of it seems like maybe 4 illithid as you watch them come forth from a small creviced area in the stone, was stealthy enough to avoid your detection. As they all come out and they begin sort of grumbling and shouting, but not yet speaking. What would you all like to do? You have 30 some folks here, maybe 60 feet away. Let's say that you're walking south to north, and from the west here is where the illithid have come. So you've got this big group of people in the middle. Do you want to like get between the people and the illithid group, or how would you like to handle that?
You said that they're shouting, but they're not talking?
They're
And
getting
Sirik
ready
is
to.
with us.
Sirik is with you. They are drawing weapons, though. Staves and swords.
Brilith will mind link to everyone. Did you want me to continue leading?
They're 5 feet closer.
I need an answer.
Yeah, I think we can keep moving, everybody.
Okay.
The rest of us will flank between, and then Z will ask Sirik very quickly. Is there any way to talk to them or to get them to lower their weapons or let us pass?
I will try. You get maybe so Breelith advancing with the group, maybe with the people, everyone else sort of coming around here. These illithid approaching the lot of you that are going to face off against. Magic starts igniting on the staves held in the air. Lightning in one and fire in another, and scimitars are drawn from the other 2. Sirik begins to speak in a very guttural sort of sound. Just in his throat, seems to be using telepathy as well with them. Please make a wisdom saving throw, Zia and Grundy. And I'll do it for Ashavar. And Yazana, yikes. Okay, Zia.
A 20.
Nice! On fire tonight, I love it.
Yeah, for once.
It's a pretty good place to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, and Grundy.
It's a 22.
Beautiful.
That plus 5 coming in clutch.
He got that wisdom.
There's a chill that's actually Breelith, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me. You're about 20, you've advanced like 10, 15 feet or so you're still. Yes, Breelith, what'd you get?
25. I'm just kidding. It's an 8.
Oh, like it's either a 20
no.
or really bad. Okay. A chill. I mean, it's damp down here. It's cold. It's cool rather, but there is a chill that hits the air and strikes all of it. Following that, almost immediately, a presence so vast and intense that you be like your knees are buckling and you cannot stand. Kneeleth, breatheth, you kneel. You drop down to your knees in one hand. As does Ashavar and Liazana. However, Zia and Grundy, the two of you, steel yourselves from the crevice behind these illithid as they're ramping up their weapons and getting into formation. A darkness falls, clouds billowing out from this space and sort of starting to swirl and wrap and envelop this illithid. You see, they just about drop out of sight with this magical darkness. However, you hear their screams and see little bits of their visage in the darkness. The darkness spreading over towards you as well. Whoosh, whoosh, and such. Little sparks of magic flying off to no effect. Silence. His presence looming, bigger than the Underdark. Looming. And as darkness creeps closer and closer, it begins to halt. And a form pushes through the darkness.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. And then he falls down.
You see a broken, destroyed Sinister. His left leg, just below the knee from the calf down, missing. A number of wounds and puncture wounds and such. The side of his face, and his,
Has like a vitiligo, like maybe kind of white across his face, and like a milky eye.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Jesus.
And he collapses in the darkness, weighing about 13 feet tall or so. A form you've seen once before shifts into perception just for a second or two. The visage of Shar, the greater deity, the second deity created of darkness and the Underdark, before wafting away, as does the darkness as it recedes. Sinister crumbled onto the ground.
You forgot about what's on his leg.
Oh yes, thank you. That where there would be a wound where bone or marrow and connective tissue would be hanging out, there seems to be a dark crystalline sort of like darkness itself crystallized that is almost sealed up the wound to prevent Sinister bleeding out. Looks like if you splintered a limb, it's all fibrous with crystal and such. What would you all like to do?
Zia would bolt towards Sinister immediately. I'm assuming Grundy would probably do the same.
Same.
And try, although we're probably not going to get there in time to stop him from falling over.
Nope.
I'm kind of singed too, so.
And then Grundy, I think you have better healing spells than I do. I just have healing hands.
I'm out of spell slots.
You're out of spell slots? Okay, healing hands it is, baby.
Okay.
I do have. I still have that potion.
Oh, we have 2 potions of healing.
Okay. You want to pop one of those?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
We're both like trying to pour them into Sinister's mouth at the same time.
Drink it! Yeah.
It's just like gurgling.
It's like
Pinch
the nose.
Are these standard potions of healing?
As far as I understand, yes. Potion of healing.
Okay.
We
So
were given
if
them before we left.
you each want to roll Zia and Grundy a 2d4 and add 4 to that. That's the healing potion.
2d4. And add what?
Plus 4.
Four.
Plus 2. Sorry, 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
That's my bad.
9.
Okay. 9 points.
6.
Okay, so you go from 0 to 15. Sinister.
Okay. And then where okay. I have healing hands. I just don't know where it is in the thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So oh wait, has there been a long rest between the rock and now?
Yes.
The rock. Yes, he slept in that town.
Okay. Then yeah, so you'll do healing hands, which will restore an additional 8 hit points.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so up to 23, Sinister. Whoo, damn. So, thank goodness. We'll have some Patreon exclusives about how slim this was and how ridiculous and how insane. But here before you is a stabilized with some healing now, Sinister. Still unconscious for the time being. Does anyone want to try and carry or do anything? Brandy?
I feel like Sia's already carrying enough of Sinister, so I'm going to carry the rest.
Let's share the load.
Wow. Jesus.
Quick mind link with everybody. He's okay. He's gonna be okay. Sinister is alive.
I forgot. So Titania's there as well and would have rushed over and said she doesn't have anything healing wise, but is relieved and concerned at the same time. The leg missing and everything, and the milky eye and such, and all the damage.
I think for the first time in this whole thing, Chris Grundy hasn't really talked to anybody via mind link other than little bits of hair. It's like, well, when we get back, someone's getting a real good talking to.
Like that matters. Oh yeah, I'm knocked out.
Nice.
It's like, shh, you're still unconscious.
Shh, you're asleep.
Nice. All right. So that's everyone here. Breathe. How about you? As that presence fades, that presence larger than the entire space that you're in. You don't feel that same pressure to. And so you're able to stand again. What would you like to do, Breathe, after seeing this?
She's gonna continue moving forward with the group.
Okay.
She was leading the group back still.
Oh, okay. Okay, so not.
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue on. Everyone else is able to catch up. Thankfully, no other patrols between here and the village of Sunalake. Is there anything any of you would like to do with, in regards to talking to any of the villagers outside of Breela saying she's going to try and help offer some support?
So Zia's gonna very quickly, because she would have noticed this when Titania rushed over. She's gonna mind link very quickly with Grundy and just ask, where is Zachrakis?
You want the long story, or would you like me to repeat something to you that was given to me?
What do you mean?
I guess I should recite the whole thing then. Three sisters clad in yellow, one beginning.
Oh, no, you wouldn't be able to
No?
read it. It's written
No?
in Old Celestial.
It's Old Celestial?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have to and
You wouldn't even have the ability to translate it, because it was
did you have the note?
specifically.
You gave it to me in a note, right?
Yes, I had you write
Okay.
it down.
Okay. Well, I kind of clumsily reach into my pocket for it because it's in the other pocket. I'm carrying Sinister. So, you gave me this before we left.
And Zia would take a look at it, kind of understanding, and put it away and continue walking on.
Right. Just as a reminder, not that you have to do anything with this, but Vic's parents were supposed to be among the Whispers. No one has to do anything. There's been a lot of other stuff going on. Just wanted to put that out as a DM reminder. If anyone wants to do anything, let me know. Otherwise, just to the city.
I don't think that Brilith would be of the mind to really be thinking about that. So he'd just be leading in front.
There's just so much going
Grundy's-
on.
Yeah, Grundy's too busy carrying someone, but already kind of like can tell there's something that a lot of things are going to have to be said and might have to be in between just so that all the facts come out, right? Because
Okay.
Grundy did see enough, so.
Oof. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh! Well, you find your way back up through this vast caves and through the cosmic caves with looks like swirling galaxies and everything embedded in the stones here, the floor and cave walls and ceilings themselves. Back to the entrance to Thunalake. Got a little mayfly in here. Sorry, little gnat. Oh,
Yeah.
such a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit fly, that's what it is. Anyway, hi, I'm Dan. Um, you make your way back. Just inside this entryway is the quartermaster's area, warehouse. They have guards that will get you just before that doorway and offer any assistance. They'll send someone back to get a proper stretcher for Sinistairs. So by the time you enter the doorway, they have a stretcher and some medics there to give some medical treatment. Do you allow them to do so with Sinister, Grundy and crew?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. I would also, give them the leg. I'd be like,
Okay.
I don't really know what you could do with this, but
This is ridiculous.
Nice, nice.
I think
Yes.
you could probably do more with it than I can at this point.
Well, it's good. It's good that you brought it. Thank you. I will be building 3 buildings down on the left. Come by whenever. But the next hour or so is going to be important, and I'll probably be performing some surgeries to do what we can.
Thank you
Of course.
for everything.
Yeah, the quartermaster comes out to, assess to help, and you're back. Great. I'm sorry. I hope that they make it. Are you? How do you all fare? Do any of you need attention? Medical attention.
No, not much, but oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Nope. Go ahead. Keep going.
We will say that on the elder, so it was. Zia has so much that's going on in her brain right now. She's probably kind of tripping over words to be like, illithid infestation
Oh.
every 100 years. Greelick, elder brain. We poisoned brain. Brain is dead. Other illithids are around, have free will. They're roaming, still attacking. One band attacked us, but then they stopped, and we're okay. However, we don't know what the rest are doing, or where they're coming, or if they're going to come back here, or if they're going to do something else, or how illithids work. And so any other thing could happen, and so it might be a good idea to be prepared.
Oh yeah, and she heads just off to the side and gets some blankets, Why don't you all just put one of these on? Nice heavy, heavy blanket. I'll get the mayor and inform him. Um, Incredible work. Rest. Over at the warehouse. There's over here is and there's sort of an outdoor area to sit and rest. Rest here. I'll get the mayor. I'll make sure that we have some water brought over and some food. Um, and we'll get all the details we need. But you're here. You're all. You've made it. You're all safe. You will. Yes. And she runs to go get the mayor. Anything all of you want to do? Oh, Breathless, what you got?
So I have a feeling that I have a feeling that Brilith would probably be throwing herself into helping, like, 'cause I'm sure, I don't know what happened. What did the rescue people do? Was that part that they took them in to kind of help them, or
They're
what
starting
happened?
to do that now. As they got info from you. The others that are there are sort of the medical people took to the stair to like a medical
Hmm.
building, 3 buildings down. There's others that are still here going through the people that were saved, as well as more and more people are coming out of the quartermaster's building to kind of help and sort people, identify them, make sure they're okay, assess needs and stuff. So they're still there.
So I imagine that Brilith would want to kind of distance herself from the more talking parts and want to be doing something productive. And will probably try to help the when like bringing the prisoners back and get, there's any food or water, just trying to help in that whole process. If it looks like she can't be of help there and there's just so many people helping them already, she would probably go and try to find the medical wing to assist with Sinister.
Okay.
Probably without alerting anyone, just doing it.
Okay. So you sort of assist in that early process, but they kind of have it. You find that they kind of have
Sure.
it under control. And when you ask, like, can I go and help them? They'll kind of let you know, like, well, they're going to be doing some more advanced stuff, but seeing that you might have some healing capabilities, like you can go ask at the building, and they'll see what they can do.
Okay. She'll go and ask at the building then.
You head down to the building. As you get down there, can I have Grundy and Zia make a perception check, please, if you don't mind?
17.
Oh, okay. And Grundy?
Would have been the same, but 17 plus 2, 19.
Oh, nice. Okay. You both. So you're here. You're waiting for the mayor, waiting for someone else to come and get more information, but all this sorting of people is happening behind you. And they're going through, like, finding out, okay, who are you? Do you have any needs? We're going to assess you for medical attention, this and that. And so you keep hearing the same questions again and again as they go from person to person to person. But with those 2 roles, you both hear at one point, when identifying themselves, the family name Sunakukame, which is Vic's family name. You hear 2 people respond that that's them.
Uh,
Did you did you hear
Zia
that
would
name?
kind of definitely whip around and try to see who it was who said that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Only about 12 feet away or so. Um, there seems to be a gentleman and a woman that are side by side, kind of holding one another. Both look fairly, raked over the coals as everyone kind of did there, and low energy, dehydrated and such. But you see the 2 of them, he just freshly answered, and the woman says, Can we make this quick? I need to see that my daughter's all right. Please. And they're engaging in that chat. That's what you see.
Um, Hi, excuse me, and like she tried to just kind of awkwardly pop in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, sorry. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Zia, and this is Grandi, and we were, part of the rescue party, and
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. I didn't know Biggie. Um, so I've kind of so I heard you said you had a daughter, and
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
as well, the reason that we came, well, you have a son as well.
Their faces go from like, okay, we've got to get our daughter, we're moving this, that, to like, blank, like they've seen a ghost. Yes.
Uh,
Who are you again? Leah?
yes, and Vic is his name, and
Yes.
he's, um, him and I are very, very close.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Um,
He's
I'm wondering if it's okay if we could. I think that him and your daughter, because they connected. Um, I think if I remember correctly, they should be staying at your place.
no, no, he's not. He's not. Please tell me he's not here.
Oh, yes, he's here. Why would that be a problem?
And the two of them look at each other and get him away. Get him out of here immediately, please.
Why?
Ah,
Why? Like,
um, we shit. Come with us. We'll
okay,
explain, but and get him out of the city right
okay,
away.
okay, sure. Let's go together. I think. Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to send someone else. We can't get near him. He needs to be away from us.
What? Can you tell me? Like,
Is he hurt? Is he sick yet?
um, I mean, he looked
Um,
a little peckish
Shit.
when we
Shit.
left.
They talk to the guards. Go to my house, and they explain where they live, and you'll find someone there that responds to Vic, and tell him to get the fuck out of the city as quickly as he can. And we'll explain. We'll explain. Tell him to get out of the city, and if he can't, you carry him out. Says to the guards.
Okay, Zia will go with the guards, making sure that
okay.
to get the parents' permission to go as well.
Yes, please,
Okay.
please.
Um,
I'll explain. You go. I'll explain. And
Okay.
we have to.
it's
to
okay.
go back down.
I'll stay here with you.
Thank you, Grundy. Thank you so much.
Um, yeah, he didn't look too hot when we like. He was fine when we first got here. Uh, Something changed. Can you tell me why?
Yeah. Yes. It's just I just need to make sure he gets out of the city. So Zia, you take off with the guards, and Grundy with you here. They're like, you'll have to walk with us. We've got to walk back down a ways, back down. We have to get away from the city. And they'll begin like hustling. You'll be running basically with them. And the gentleman will jump in. This is Grundy. You said.
Yes, Grundy.
I mean, I'm glad it's good for that. I'm Barnacle. And this is Elvie. And yes, we're Vic's parents. Shit. Fuck. Vic and us, we're cursed. And That's why we had to send him away. He can't be near, or he'll die. He'll just die. He almost died when he was. And Elvie kind of takes over. It's all right. We've like just trying to get as far away from the city as possible. Barnacle and I, we're recovery specialists. How familiar are you with the city? Do you understand the role?
I believe someone had touched up on it. Yes.
Okay, so it's hunters is obvious, and then recovery specialists when hunters fall or when other things are lost due to the dangers down here. Recovery specialists, we go and gather these things. We were a very long time ago when Vic was still a part of me. We were sent to retrieve. There was a small hunting party of 4, including one of our friends, that was lost, did not return. And we were sent to recover them, see if any were alive and needed attention, or at least recover whatever wasn't ransacked by the creatures that ambushed them or took their lives. And so we did just that. We went and we found them, still like fast as they can run. We went to retrieve their goods, but we found the spot where they were apparently attacked, ambushed. It seemed there was rubble, trap set that collapsed on some of them. We were clearing the rubble for tools and such, and weapons and things that they left behind. But our friend sadly lost. All of them lost, but there was an additional body there. Likely, seemingly one of the attackers was terribly wounded in their ambush. They had shallow breath, but a heartbeat. This is part of our job. We stabilized them, and we were preparing to carry them on a gurney back to the city to answer for its crimes against our people. And the creature, mostly unconscious at the time, it drew to a sort of a weak consciousness at one point, and began pleading with us, the little breath they had, to be returned to the site of the ambush so their people, humanoid sentient creature, their people, unfamiliar to us, would find them and take them back to their. But of course we absolutely refused. They killed our friend. They killed many of us. We were very young and very. I think passionate's too positive a word. We wanted them to pay for taking our friend's life, and the lives of our people. We refused, terribly pained by the loss of a friend as well, and wanting this creature to face justice. And so with exhausted breath after nearly an hour of returning through the caves, this creature, they pleaded for what felt like the 1000th time. But this time they pushed forth this weak breath, not the usual plea of "I want to return, my home," but the words "my daughter," parrot apparently. And well, we did our best to simply ignore the pleas, as we knew we were expecting, and kind of shakes her head a bit. I'm sorry. I think I'm lost something in my notes here. So sorry. Okay. Sorry. Vic had just been born. I just wanted to check that before I get too far. And Vic was at home, just recently born, so a little baby. Um, she said my daughter. We tried to ignore, but these continued. Don't take me from my daughter. She has no one else. Please, your mother too. Yes, so she could tell. We both stopped in our tracks and rested the gurney on the ground and proceeded to chastise this pitiable creature for calling that into the matter. Scorned them for attacking our friends, attacking our people, and that this did not make it okay or make it right. We would not do that. We could not, and we would not. We needed to face justice. She replied that our people too fought, killed. We retorted that they would have this opportunity. They could tell all this to the council that would judge them. It was not our place. We harbored a great deal of resentment, hate in those moments. The creature finally let out a gasp of defeat, heavy with despair, and still running. They uttered one more phrase before seemingly using the very last of its life energy. If not me, then not you. At least what seemed like a lightning bug from their hand. And it flew up into the air as they began speaking these last words. Its light was so bright, quickly flickering and fading out, though, as the bug began to grow sluggish and dropped out of the air, just ending with a sickly little bug thud across the stone. And they said what I've only thought when replaying it a million times over the years is a curse. Life's flame and light grows vibrant and stout. With these conditions met, life's flame snuffed out. Played again and again. Draw near your child again and they will lose your life. Said. Died. We shook them to rouse them from consciousness, asking them what they had done. But we had a job to do, and that was just dying words of an angry creature. We returned home, a little worried, but feeling it was behind us. But when we returned, Vic was there crying in the arms of our day nurse. You often would be, but certainly when we got home and we took him in our arms, he would always warm to us, and smile and laugh. But this time, he did not. This time he shrieked. The pallor of his face was the first clear sign for us. As the life began to seep away, his lips became blue, his breath shallow. Told the day nurse, a dear friend of ours, to race him to the entrance of the city and send word, so we would be in the opposite end. See if that were enough distance, what we could do. but nothing improved. As she went even further away to the surface, he seemed to begin to stabilize. It was clear that he could not stay with us. Even when we sent a message telepathically, upon our presence in the message, he grew ill again. And so, human communication was taken from us. We've tried many things in the first few years of his life. Asked his day nurse to take him and go far away, somewhere safe on a different island, and raise him. Not to tell him of us or of the curse. We didn't want him doing this, coming to find us. We gave our life savings, and they did so. They left. The Danish sent regular news of his milestones and the funny and trying moments in his life, growing up and becoming an adult. We could not bear for him to fall so close to death again. It just pained us terribly. We know it stemmed from the hatred and anger in our own hearts with this creature that they've kind of slowed down and they're catching their breath a bit with you, Grundy, at this point. We've, of course, lost most track of what he's been up to after leaving home with the day nurse. Often wonder if he's safe, and we've missed everything important. I don't want that to be a naught. And with that thought, I'll switch over to probably Breelith. We're gonna shift a little bit.
I need to speak to the mayor.
Nice, nice. What is the mayor doing with this thing? So for Breathe and Sinister, you're let me see. Let me get Breathe quickly, and then we'll jump on you. So we'll see if Breathe is going to be there or not. Breathe, you make it in, and one of the people that seems to be, these are sort of medical people and not spirit, healing via magic. So one of the nurses comes over, and she, very matter of fact, um, yes, I've been informed that you wish to help. What is
Yes.
it that you can? What is your experience? What can you offer? Please.
Well, I know a little bit about medicine, about bandaging. I have a little bit of healing magic.
Magic.
Yes.
Is divine or arcane?
Arcane? Yes.
Right, that's what we can use. You'll have to wear this as a mask and such, and then you can head back into that room.
Okay.
Lead your hands very well. Yes.
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 Okay.
Promptly, please. And she
Yeah,
turns.
she'll do it as quickly as possible.
Okay. So you do that. You go into it's a little sort of like a surgical room, and they do have a lot of bandages they've cleaned out. You see them working on, so Sinister currently unconscious. They're working on this crystallized darkness. They've got it actually almost like it looks like a chisel and hammer. Like they're trying like to free. They have this leg, so they're like, maybe we can do something with this. But they cannot remove that crystalline, not really a stump, but egg. They seem to be trying to address their taking with little forceps a bunch of these bits of stone. They're pulling out like of blood and goop as they pull it out of the different wounds that Sinister has suffered. What would you like to do to assist?
I mean, if there's anything that she can help hold while they're working, or
No,
help
as a
orient
magic?
them as.
Magic. Do you have,
Oh,
come around, you do your magic. The rest we have.
I mean, she can do some healing if they need it.
Please, yes, we. Uh,
Yeah, so she will do. Oh, oof. She will do cure wounds.
okay.
Oh, she'll also say I have a um I have a mending spell. I'm not sure if that will help. If you need any help mending.
I think says the magic will be fine for the healing. How much did you do with the healing? The cure wounds.
The healing she would have done, let's see here, she would have started at first level, so it would just be a 7 healing points of healing.
Okay. Sinister, you get another 7 points of healing. And so they look pretty bad, so like maybe half health, but there's a lot of picking out these things. The healing actually helps push some of the stone bits out of some of the more shallow wounds.
Oh,
But
if that's the case, then she'll do after a little bit, we'll do another cure wounds at 3rd level.
okay.
Which would be Jesus. It'd only be 17.
Okay. I think you'll be up to 30 Sinister, so 17 will get you to 47, which is most heal. As that heal is going off, this is entirely up to you, of course, Christy, but if you wish Sinister to return to consciousness during the second heal.
He returns to consciousness. He looks
Okay.
at Breelith, looks at everybody, and then he goes,
stop.
I gotta speak to the bear. And then he runs out.
Oh, no, wait.
Nope,
They
no,
try and
I
hold
gotta
back.
go.
No,
I got to go.
You're
I
in
gotta
no
go.
condition.
I have to
No.
send a message to the
No.
people. I have to
Sinister.
I have to do things. I know.
No.
Dimension
Let
doors
me
out of
give-
the room.
Benching doors. And then Sinister's gone. The blankets drop, and so go. Let's find our patient. Do they do this often? They look at you, Breelith.
Breelith just at this point just walks out and starts taking shit off, whatever she was putting on to like do this stupid surgery, just starts taking it off and being like, yes, and just take it off, lay it in whatever, and just start doing what she needs to do to leave.
Okay. All right. They're sort of like looking around a little bit, and they'll pop their eyes out, but that's 500 feet. So, yeah.
Wherever I'm just I might just go out to the cave, realize I overshot it, walk back in.
Okay, nice.
And then say, I need to bring a message to the people. Gather round. I need to deliver this message
You've
from
got
Shar.
like a few dozen people right there that you just saved.
Okay. And then he's just gonna
And
launch into
Ashamar
this
is on it.
he's gonna launch into this lovely speech about how how he was delivered from certain death, and how that their whole experience has guided him this far, and that he lost faith or was selfish, and that once he put his faith in Shar, she brought him back from the abyss, and that if they do the same, they can deliver it themselves from certain salvation, and that don't flee from the darkness, embrace the darkness, find shelter in the darkness, for she shall keep you safe.
Nice. Okay. Make a quick persuasion check with advantage. This DC is kind of low for these folks to like be impacted by this at least.
You said
'cause you saved them.
advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, where's my persuasion? Oh, it's I got a 7 and an 11, so I'm gonna take the 11.
Okay.
So that's 22.
Oh, nice. Okay. A lot of these folks having been held captive in this situation for up to a month for some of them, and saved by you, looking at like the cost that they assume you bore, on behalf of saving them.
Don't feel pity for me, for I am made whole with Shar.
Awesome. Yeah, there's quite a few that seem swayed and will kind of hover around for a while and just sort of ask you questions and such about Shar and everything.
Oh yes, yes, and then he's just gonna gather round. I have stories to tell you, and
Nice.
she is the most
Ashafar looks
beautiful.
over and is like, kind of nods. Like,
Yes,
there
and
you
I'm
go.
gonna look at Ashafar with the one milky eye and go wink, and then just keep going.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you'll be there for a little bit, and you're chatting and,
Oh
and
yeah, I'm
building
singing
that.
songs. I'm doing puppet shows. I'm doing a dance with my one leg. I'm trying to do a whole thing.
Awesome. All right. And Breelith, how about you? You've left the building, the healing building. I mean, it's 3 buildings down, so if you go back to where you were, you'll kind of hear and see the Sinister going on with that and getting like everyone. What would you like to do? Back that way? Do you go a different way?
No, she would just go back that way.
I was selfish, and I had to come out of my own blindness and into the light, and out of the light into
Is
the
there
darkness.
any way, anywhere that she knows or that she sees that she can go that she won't hear all of that?
And then jangle, 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 and sing a song. Okay, come meet me in Atmos. I have a bakery.
Atmos,
We
nice.
can have darkness cookies.
You could probably head back up. I mean, you know where the mayor's office. You know the mayor's on their way down here, and you know where their office is. You could try and go meet them. You also know where the archivist is, and they're out of the way a little bit. Or the other side of the city where you entered.
Brielith is just going to find some place that she can just sit and be alone for a bit.
Okay. There's a nice shawarma shop, like
Perfect.
Avengers. You can just sit
Perfect.
down.
She
I've
will just
launched
be
into
sitting
like
there.
a revival, a whole concert experience.
If she can get some kind of like tea or something there,
Yeah.
or some kind of like drink,
You can find a tea
She
shop.
will-
That's fine.
she will just sit down and just sip some tea, completely disassociating from everything.
Okay. All right. Okay.
She's gonna deliver me to my kingdom, and it will be restored. Fly in the air.
Nice. Ashbar's, gave her nod and sort of going about her stuff. Lizana, deep in that
I'm gonna
book.
send a message to Ashvar. Start getting collection. Just start circulating.
Rumges, through a bag and find something that'll work for like a collection tray. Contribute today, pay. It's a tithe, and it helps support. And goes around.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so meanwhile, we wrapped up with kind of like Grundy hearing the story. Zia, you are on the other side, approaching the house. May I ask, actually, Grundy, are you relaying this to Zia as you're learning it, or not?
Yeah, so basically, I don't know if the mind meld would work. Mind meld. Well, Vulcan there.
Yes, mind
Yes.
meld.
Yeah,
A classic.
the classic.
If we hold our things out, we can
Yes.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
The fusion dance.
I've
Yeah,
seen
no.
an anime before.
But yeah, no. Relaying it one ear out the brain towards
Okay.
Zia and to whoever else can pick it up.
So you've heard that as you're approaching the building, Zia. By then, you've heard like the whole story of like this curse and everything. There's you're down the street. I mean, you don't know, I guess, exactly where it is, but the people that you're running with, the guards, are like, we're close. someone flings open a door in this narrow walkway, like not paying attention, and throws their bathroom bucket out, swoosh, down into the trench, and you have to stop. You're like, oh, sorry.
Char will deliver you from the urine spray. Just put your faith in him.
Yeah, and with that, we'll take our bio. It's about that time. Sorry, I know.
Fear not of the piss. Embrace the darkness.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow, it's full on Char Kelly.
Sweet. That's amazing. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We're going to jump into that. Our audio will be hot, so you chat with us if you want. And we'll be back shortly to find out more. Catch you soon.
Ta-da.
Right. Remember to transition this time. Nice.
Transition.
Okay.
It looks
Sweet.
great, Dan. It went wonderfully.
Yeah.
The only
Awesome.
question is, will Brilith's mind survive this inevitable avalanche of continuous trauma? Or have we visibly destroyed her
I know.
psyche?
Yeah. I'm breathless to like ripping the fucking things off, the scrubs. Like, I'm out. What the fuck? I'm out of here. Like, oh no. Oops.
So we're gonna meet Brilith's parents, and they're gonna be like thinking, "Oh, Brilith's gonna be just like the same as when she left, like bright and happy," and she's just gonna be totally broken.
Oh, yeah. Tell us all
Brilith
about it, Sugar Plum. What have you learned on your journeys?
just goes into a room and slams the door.
Like,
My name is
lion,
Brilith now.
Yeah,
Mom.
it's Brilith.
I don't know it anymore.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Sorry.
I love it. Excellent.
Pushing and pushing.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna actually do the bio thing. Goodness. Oops. Ooh. Oh, chat. Thank you for the hydrates, Trinita. And Cookie and Chris. Oh, Cookie. If we can work it in, then the accents go for everyone who's okay doing them. However, they're typically used outside of D&D, just because there's usually moments and characters with voices and ready. But sometimes we've got the free time, and we'll do it.
Oh, televangelist Sinister is going to be something else. I don't know. I don't know about a televangelist, but I think he is feeling his renewed life. Very much. Very much so. I wonder what the
There's a fine line between your typical neighborhood cult leader and
How about one that had a
Netflix documentary.
near death experience come back from the break.
It happens more commonly than you would think. I don't want to get anything on stream really, but there was a Netflix documentary I was watching recently, and that was literally the impetus for him to start the cult.
Oh, really?
Was a near-death experience, yeah.
Well, I think this is how is I guess he doesn't need his leg. He doesn't need that leg.
You could just throw it at people to surprise them.
I mean, it's the right shape as a boomerang.
Yeah.
Take that.
I mean, I really think you would surprise a lot of people by hitting them in the face with your leg.
You may have heard of kunai with chain. Be prepared for foot with chain.
Okay.
Alternatively, you could have oh my god, Cassius.
Yes. Cassius built me one.
If Cassius returns, he could build you a new leg.
That would be
Fine
fun.
technology.
That'd be cool.
That would be a
Bionic
fun
man
one.
here.
I mean, he built a robot dog.
And
What's a
he is
leg?
yet to build the sex robots. We still have to get on that.
Was that a thing that was gonna happen?
Yes.
Were you and him talking about that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I guess that's just before I came in.
No,
then.
actually, Sinister said it in passing and was like, "No, that probably wouldn't." And then Cassius like, "You know what? That might be a thing."
Oh my god. Yes, this was a while back. Cassius, rest in peace. He's alive. But he's not on stream anymore at the present time, but could come back at any time.
That'd be really fun.
He's just chilling in the workshop on Atmos. Even a one shot would be really cool if he's down, Dan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to bring back a couple of people who hadn't been on stream in a long time to try to like randomly catch up with their characters. But he was I don't remember what he started as, but he became an artificer.
Yeah.
I think he changed class.
He was a ranger until the artificer class came out officially with Tasha's cauldron.
Cauldron of everything.
Everything, yeah.
And he had two siblings, one of whom was really high up in the Sky Pirates, and the other of whom was really high up in like the Navy.
Yes.
So it was kind of cool because he was like kind of drawn between like loving both of his brothers and not really sure.
It was
So
great, man. There's some abandoned things that just get it sucks. Like there's such good story. That'd be
yeah,
amazing to have him back. Of course, he would have had a heart attack at that training camp.
Oh,
He
what?
would have been like, "What is that? Wait."
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I think Grundy and Cassius would definitely get along super well, though.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I could see y'all hitting it off super well.
All right, I'm gonna take our BRB thing down.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
And get us back to quick check-in. Okay. Where? Oh yes. Zia approaching Vic and his sister. Let me get my notes. His sister.
Oh, okay.
Did I go the
Sorry,
wrong way?
I wasn't sure if you had more.
I think I scrolled the wrong way in my notes. Maybe.
Okay.
Where's the sister? Rhea. There she is. Okay. So, narrowly dodging the bucket o' piss, you continue along, and you hustle around the corner, and you see a younger Tildari woman. And she has, and you see Vic strewn about the floor, like on the floor, on his back, with like sort of partially propped up on a chair, like leaning up against the face of the chair. And this young woman has a cloth over his forehead. He looks like you can see some of that blue in his lips, and much like described before, it's not. You really don't even see his chest rising all but a little bit right now.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
You've got two guards with you to help.
Yep. Okay. Do we have a stretcher or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. We are gonna carry him with over the shoulder, the three of us, splitting the weight. And then we're gonna get out of here as fast as we can.
Okay. Woman's like, wait. I'm sorry. What's happening? Who
we don't have time to explain. He could die. We have to go.
Okay.
Talk to your parents.
Okay.
Talk to your parents. They'll be here shortly.
Let me help.
You can't come.
What? She seems like not about it, but the guards are already helping you like load.
Yep, we're already.
Load Vic up.
We don't have time. We gotta go.
She's gonna run behind you.
I mean, we'll probably pass them going the other direction, so I'm assuming this will work itself up. Zia will mentally to Grundy, inform him that they have him, that she believes that the sister is following, and that we should cross paths around where this piss bucket is.
Nice.
Piss bucket?
Oh, Grundy's
It's okay, we
like
avoided
down
it.
in the cave. They went like back out of the city down towards the caves to get away from Vic.
Oh, they went the other direction.
Yeah, they're trying to like get as much distance as they can.
Okay. Okay.
So you would have to go up by the entrance.
Retooling and nope, that's my fault. Grundy, okay. Talk to the parents real quick and figure out something that I can tell their daughter to convince her to stop running after us. Like, just to convince her that we're not like randos who are just stealing her brother away.
So
Like, you know, a childhood toy or something, like something very, very specific so she'll know we're not. Like,
understood.
okay, thanks. Sorry.
Okay. Zia has Vic they're trying to move him out, but apparently your daughter is following. Anything I could say to her to dissuade her from such?
Um, let me just double check here. I'm so sorry. Brenda, you're down in the caves, back where you came from with the parents. And you are asking them currently, like, is there anything that can be said to the daughter to dissuade her from
Dissuade them
following?
from,
Okay.
yes. Like, just to let them know to trust Zia on this.
Ah. Oh, she's following. She should be fine. I mean, I guess we haven't tested it.
Oh, the curse is only on YouTube.
It's on us. Yeah, she cursed
Oh.
us. I think.
Okay, so
I'd very much like to find out. But
well, in that case,
but-
now would be a good time to find out. I'm going to relay this information to Zia.
Hell of a thing to gamble on, but okay.
Yeah, I think they'd be like, we can find out after we get, make sure he's safe. Just tell our daughter, that we said to, halt, and wait at the house. The secret word is rutabaga, and she'll know.
Relaying all that over to Zia.
Fine.
Zia, as we're running, just very, very briefly back. I just heard from your parents. They say that you should halt and go back. The secret word is rutabaga. We'll have more information later, I promise.
All
We
right,
just have to get back out of here.
Please do. Okay, take care of him.
We will, with our lives.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
Of course. Thank you. And I will not let you down.
And she'll stop running and let you all go ahead, and she'll head back to the house. So she's in a place where everyone knows where she's at.
Did it work?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How of
Okay,
a word
she stopped
rutabaga? Like, what
following.
even is that? I've never seen one of those before.
Nice.
Is it like a tuber, or?
Really? Oh, I can't tell if you're like being Zia or if you're being silly with me.
I'm being Zia.
Okay,
I know
yeah,
what a
that's like, what?
rutabaga is, Dan.
It's a root vegetable, yeah.
That doesn't sound like Claire. She's very, very knowledgeable.
I mean, I don't know if you're giving me maybe a little bit too much credit now, but yes, I do know what a rutabaga is.
It's nice.
Zia has never seen one before.
That's awesome.
Do they even have these kind of turnips in this world?
I mean, not on any of the islands I've been on.
So the three of you, like, awkwardly bobbing, Vic on your shoulders as you're trying to get through this narrow passageways and across the bridges over the chasm without any side rails. You get yourselves back to the entrance. The opposite side of the city is the entrance in which you arrived. As the story was told to you last time, they had to go up to the surface, but you can already tell now that you've reached this point, because the parents went the other way so far, that his breathing, you can even hear him. So, oh God, what are you all doing? Oh, this breathing.
I'll explain soon, Vic. Just rest.
Well, it's hard.
Okay.
That's all that. He's got shoulders up in his back and in his knees on everyone's shoulder. Yeah, put me down. I'm better. Just set me down, please.
Okay. What color are the lips? If his lips return to a normal color?
Yeah, normal color is even his face, while typically very pale, has that blood behind it again. I'm feeling better.
Okay.
What is happening? Zia, please.
So, now, Dan, out of character real quick, just to understand.
Yes.
The parents sent him away very quickly because seeing them or talking to them would also affect this, in addition to being close to them. So they never explained the curse to him. But as far as they know, explaining the curse itself is not a thing that would also have a negative effect,
Correct.
as far as they know.
They just didn't want him to be obsessed with like breaking
Breaking
this
it
curse
okay.
and yeah, and risking himself. So
okay, I just want to make sure before I did anything stupid.
gotcha.
Okay, so okay, we'll put him down, and we'll be like, okay, we just need you to sit down, and we'll sit in a circle. The guards here.
Okay.
Okay, the guards positioned in the side of the tunnel towards the city.
Okay.
I just okay,
Yeah,
and
you
we're
can have them.
all kind of making sure that he doesn't like try to make a break or run for it or anything.
Oh, okay. They'll wait
And
there.
Z is gonna be like, okay, this is gonna take a little bit of time.
Right.
Okay. And she's going to very slowly explain that she's met his parents.
They're right.
They're all right. They're alive. It's fine.
Oh,
The whispers, as far as we know, are over and will never hurt anyone ever again.
of course, you bloody magnificence here.
Well, don't thank me yet. You know, there's still a lot of work to be done. But when we met your parents, I thought it was going to be this, I had built it up as this moment where we would just be there and meet them. And it turns out there was a reason they sent you away. And then
Right.
she'll go ahead and start very slowly through the battle, the death, the back and forth, the revenge, the curse, and how much it pained his parents and how they kept up with some of the major milestones and, you know, always kind of trying to get news, but not being able to ever go past that because they were afraid that it would harm. And to also keep him not from obsessing over everything and having the life that was more carefree and not always worrying and wondering. And Zia will apologize profusely for putting him into this situation and for not being there.
You did nothing wrong, Zia. Nothing wrong at all.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that either, but we can talk about that later.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, what do we do? My parents are bloody. How many hundreds of feet away, and I can't even see them. Do we?
Zia would attempt to mind link with Grundy very quickly. Can I reach him, or is it too far?
Oh, you can give it a shot.
Okay. So Zia would try to reach out to Grundy.
It works. Surprise.
Okay. Yay, great. Grundy, we are at the entrance that we came through.
Okay.
Vic
How's
is
he
better.
looking?
He's looking actually very good. I did have to explain to him everything. I just didn't want him bounding off back once he came to. But he's looking honestly very well. Is it all right if I have him talk through you with his parents? Or with that?
Absolutely.
Can you ask them if that would be I don't want to try to trick a curse. That usually doesn't go very well.
Let me find out if me acting as a conduit will do anything.
Thank you so much.
So Vic would like to speak to you through me. I'm not sure if that using me as a conduit will affect anything at all.
So you're telling the parents there. Well, all right. Not. I guess. Yeah. Be the first time we've talked to him. We'll just tell you, like you'll relay whatever he's saying, and then we can respond to you. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So Zia
we're
then
ready. We're ready over
would
here.
explain to Vic that through the mind link, Vic can talk to Grundy, and through Grundy, he can have a conversation with his parents, and that should be safe as to not enact any of the repercussions of the curse.
Nice. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I guess functionally, what we can do is just make them as if they were actually talking to each other. So I don't.
Yeah,
have to
I
take
guess this
over.
is awkward
Yeah.
for you, Dan, because you're Vic and the
Gonna-
parents. So I'm very sorry for putting you into this awkward
That's
position.
okay, that's really funny.
Good luck.
Honestly, I think what I'll do is just have Vic. I think he's gonna start out by being thankful, thanking his parents, like telling him he's gonna need some time, but he understands why they did what they did, and that he's gonna seek some answers. In fact, he's probably gonna. So it's just gonna be a little paraphrasing. Vic will actually jump on the network with everybody. Um, first of all, thank you everyone that you brought back my parents and others. Um, I know everyone here is very capable, but I don't know everyone's particular skill set in great detail. If there's a curse, I don't know who knows and who doesn't, and I'll give a brief rundown of what's going on with his parents. Can any of you, my first thought is I have to remove this curse. Is that anything any of you are capable of? And I'll kind of see if any of you are first before going to the crew. The
No.
NPC
I was gonna say,
crews.
actually, is Cyric on the mind link?
He
Slash-
is not.
Did anybody react weird when one Ithalid came back with?
He actually hovered back a bit. He is going to come in. He's like kind of. I know what he's doing. He's putting himself out of everyone's minds. They're not really noticing him. Like he's
Okay.
into their brains. Like no one, nothing to see over here. And there's
Okay.
the beautiful uproar with Sinister right inside. So he's just like whoop, kind of around that. And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, chill. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
Just was very
Sinister,
curious.
Sinister will be still going on with speech, but mind link while he's going on with this
Nice.
speech. I'm sorry, dude. I can only bestow curses, not remove them. Maybe if I ask Shar, she can maybe, I don't know, knit you some fancy socks or something.
You said
I'll try.
appreciate it.
As far as I know, only a cleric.
No, there's remove curses for cleric, paladins, wizards, and something else.
We need,
I looked it
we
up.
need somebody with that ability.
I mean, Brila's a cleric, but she doesn't have. She's just one spell level short of being able to, learn get it.
Okay. Gosh, who stayed back on the ship? I'm so sorry. This is one of those things that just escapes my brain constantly.
Nope, I'll go back. I think it
Thanks.
was which session number?
Would have been maybe 63,
Okay.
62, or 63.
The okay. Do. Wait, is Guardian with us right now? Or no? I think Guardian and Boots stayed up top. Shoot. I had it.
I think whoever was with us stayed behind to watch the mounts, the scarabs.
Yeah, that was Boots for sure.
Boots is up
Boots
there,
and Guardian,
definitely.
I think.
I couldn't remember if it was Eve.
Eden did not come with us, I think,
because the
because
sun.
of the sun.
Yeah.
But I will want to make sure that I'm not. Okay, yeah. Eden, Ash, Kip, Wisp, Charlie, and Charles stayed on the ship. Ashavar, Guardian, Boots, Titania, and Akracus were in the staggered group, so they were in the second group of things.
Okay.
As far as I know, I think Guardian almost came down with us. Or did, and we
Okay.
just totally forgot about it.
They might have come down. Yeah. Oh yeah, they went to go do something in the city. Oops.
Oh my god, yeah!
Right?
Guardian's here the whole
They did.
time.
They did.
Oh, no.
Guardian's gonna come back with like corn dogs and be like,
Yeah.
"This is wonderful."
Yeah.
I think they went to. I think she went to go find Oh my gosh, she had like a lead on something with this, but you'll. I found a lead. It's and she'll she'll come back.
Oh my god.
Titania, however, is on the link. And, and she's in the city right now. She shot out to try and find the mayor and start getting things sorted. Um, I think I can help. I can try. I'm with the mayor.
Oh, I need to talk to the mayor.
We're on our way down to the quartermasters. Um, where are you, Vic? And where are your parents? And Vic will kind of relay that. Well, I will attempt this with your parents first, then over to you. It sounds like, from what you explained, the curse might be on your parents more so than you. But your parents first and then you, and we'll see. It might be beyond my level of ability in casting this. I can cast a spell, but it might need to be a stronger spellcaster than I am. That's not my main strength. I'll try. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll try. I'm just very frazzled.
Thank you.
So Titania is gonna come down. Breathe, sipping some tea. Is there anything you want to do after you have your fill of tea while the mayor's on his way down to the quartermasters?
How long has she been there?
If you're, I mean, you can be there as long as you like. I would say probably like 30 minutes has gone by with all of this currently, and the mayor's probably going to get to the quartermaster in the next like 10.
She's gonna stay there drinking tea.
Okay.
Maybe another one.
All right. Yeah, you order. It's really good tea. You know, they got a great selection. Right, enjoy another cup of tea. So I'm gonna say that. Let me just see. I'm trying to think of like thing that people would have down here.
Oh
That's not
no,
gonna-
he's not really trying to do
Okay.
anything serious. He's just he's just this is new. This is new. I think he's went to just start healing babies or talking to people,
Nice.
and then he's like yes, and then he realized that Berlif is gone. He will misty step to her while she's drinking her tea
Okay.
and said, well, he's going to end his speech and say, good night, stop healing babies and stuff.
Nice. You seem to have a very strong effect on the crowd. I'm going to say majority at least seems interested in Shar. So we can count that.
And then I say, I'm going to leave you guys now, but remember what I've said. I need to thank a good friend. And thank your friends and family. Cherish each other. Wrap yourselves warm and tight in the darkness. And remember, put your faith in Shar and you will go far. And then Misty step out because he's a showman. And
Nice.
and then he's just gonna Misty step in front of Breelith. And he's just gonna say, I didn't have a chance to tell you. Thank you. And I'm sorry. And then he just kind of kneels. And then he's like, all right, I gotta see Titania. I'm really happy to see everybody again. You know that? I'm so glad to be alive. And then he walks off. With his one stomp. He doesn't even wait for your answer, but he's just like really happy. He's just
That's amazing. Any reaction for Breelith in that? Even though Sinister is
I
kind
don't
of
think Sinister really gave me room for reaction, but she would just kind of wipe a little tear away. Just walking off.
okay.
yeah, he's full of zest of life. Like this is I don't have time. I don't have time for anything. I got to do everything right now.
Nice. Yeah, it was a scary experience. I know we all, viewers, but maybe Patreon exclusive or something down the line. Maybe it'll come out. It's intense.
Ooh.
Uh, okay. So let's see. Grundy down here. Titania's making her way down. Titania gets to the entrance, and the mayor starts talking to the quartermaster. Titania goes down into the caves to remove curse. Sinister, as you kind of hop back to that area, you find the mayor there. Is there anything you'd like to engage with the mayor?
Mayor, with your time and your assistance, I want to speak to you about the future of your people in your city when you have time. Titania, my love, I missed you so much, and I am so happy to be back. I was dead, and now I'm back.
I'm relieved to
Jesus.
Sinister. Jarring. I'm very.
Well, don't worry about this. I got the jar open for you, and Mr. Mayor, I have some talk for you. I have things. I have things to bestow upon you. Have you heard of Shar?
Walk with me and talk with me as a. Please, I'm more
Right.
than happy to hear from you as you've saved so many of our people. Please share.
Okay, well, and then he's just gonna launch into his thing, and he's gonna flash his rig and talk about you know,
All the Shar, yeah,
all the
nice.
Shar, just laying it all out.
Okay, you're sort of walking about town with the mayor. He'll probably ask at one point, like, "Can we get you something? Like, can we get you a crutch, or maybe get you if you want something in the meantime."
The only thing I lean on is Shar.
Nice, perfect. Okay, I
Jesus.
fucking love it. Amazing. Yeah, so you make an impassioned speech, and I'll kind of, let that go through the town for a bit as you're talking to the mayor.
He's gonna try and persuade him to put a temple or a shrine or something like that, an altar or some sort of thing there.
Okay. But make just a persuasion check if you would, with advantage because you just saved the whispers and warned them of impending doom, potential impending doom.
Hey, I'll take the 15. 26.
Nice, nice. All right, I will get back to you on that then. But he's listening, genuinely listening.
And then as I'm talking to him, I'm making it down my list to try and talk to Zia and Ashavar and Grundy
Okay.
and Liaison. Basically apologize and thank them and let them know how much I appreciate them and that basically that he's seen the light in the darkness.
Amazing. Awesome. You can definitely get Ashbar and Liazanas there right in that area. And then we'll jump in once everyone else starts coming back. Well, okay, so we've got Titania down. She's going to. I think she can just do it one level higher than is normal. I think, yeah.
He's high on this, so wait a couple hours when he comes down, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna feel that stump.
Nice. Okay. Titania heads down. Seeing you, Grundy, and Vic's parents. There you are. That's wonderful directions. Here I am. All right. Oh, okay. All right. No, that's pretty static for that. Okay. I'm going to do my best.
Oh,
Course.
when he said that, I wanted to give her inspiration. I'm sorry, I meant to say that.
No, that's
I wanted
fine.
to give Titania inspiration. I forgot to say
Okay.
that.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
I appreciate it. All right, let me just do that with a thing here, and that's okay. Um. Yes. Of course, there's only one way to test this, but I'd like to do the same for Vic before you test and get any closer. Um. sounds rather powerful, so I don't know that it's going to work. But I'm going to do. I'll need one thing to do, but to do it, I have to touch you if I may. And they both kind of nod. And one at a time puts a hand on the shoulder and begins the incantation and casting. And nothing seems to happen. They do the other person, same thing. Nothing really seems to happen. Okay, fast forward over to Zia. Oh, hello, Zia. Well, I'm just for Vic. If I'm just going to, and she walks over and puts her hand
Okay.
on Vic, and cast that. And again, nothing really seems to happen. We'll just have to test, I guess. But walks over to you, Zia, and just says, later, I'd like to talk. But until then, I want you to know that we're okay. Gotta work some stuff out, but we're all right. Okay. Right. So, Grundy, we're gonna start. I think. I don't know if she talks to you, Zia, like out loud. And Beck. I guess we just walk back in slowly, and they walk back in, and we'll keep an eye on Vic.
Yeah, so the symptoms stopped when we were about 200 or so meters forward from where we currently are.
All right.
So we could advance through first.
Okay.
That 200 meters.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Walk up, and he seems to be okay so far. Message Grundy, I guess.
Yeah.
How's you doing?
We're good. Would you go ahead and move about 200 meters or so forward?
I relay the message to Vic's parents, and we'll start walking slowly-ish.
All right, you walk as well, and everyone's watching Vic. just something in my throat. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna stop.
It was a bug. Just.
Yeah. Vic, we are not taking any chances here.
All right.
Okay. We're just gonna wait for 30 seconds.
All right.
I'm very sorry, Vic.
Kind of rocks
It's just
on
your
his
life
heels.
on the line, you know.
I
We just want to be careful.
Nice.
Zia is kind of freaking a little bit out here.
Nice.
If you're gonna choke on a bug, this is not the time.
do it, Vic. Yeah, seems to be okay after half a minute.
Okay. So we'll say back to Grundy. Okay. We had a bit of a hiccup. Turned out to be a bug. We stopped just to make sure we're fine. We're gonna advance 400 meters this time.
Okay. Make sure Vic keeps his mouth closed.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Nice. You move forward some more, and as does the other team. And with each step, Vic seems okay. You both sides navigate. I'll bring it up to the point when you both navigated about like almost a mile apiece, and it's then in that moment that the two groups are face to face, and Vic seems fine. Woo woo.
Yay! The tension.
Looks at like Uzia and whom he assumes are his parents, and Grundy, and I think it's and his parents tears and hello.
I tap Vic's mother on the shoulder. Go to him.
And they kind of congregate those last few steps, and we'll just kind of break away into them having that reunion talk. Yeah, sort of. The parents just kind of like talk for a minute. They dive in with hugs, like, oh. It's like, oh. And Vic's got the tears down the cheeks, and yeah, they start reconnecting, and that kind of frees everyone. Of course, it's then that like Grundy and Zia, Titania are kind of like I mean, if you want to be involved in that, go ahead. Um, if
I'm gonna stay behind with
Okay.
Zia. Yeah,
Zia is
it's a private
gonna
moment.
hug Titania.
Oh,
Just be like, thank you. I know I'm not entirely sure what happened. I have some ideas. I'm so sorry. And we'll make it right as best as I can, as soon as I can.
of
Thank you.
course, I wanted to make right as well. I knew what I truly wanted to do, and I should have just gone with that first, and instead of we'll talk.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Um, it's probably about then that Vic's definitely gonna call back over to you, Zia, and be like, Zia, hello, Zia,
Hi.
sorry, I know maybe this isn't an typical.
Yeah.
w-
Well, hi. I mean, we've already met. But
Nice.
great to meet you.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I guess in a last life-threatening situation. uh,
we just we just reunited, and we started catching up. But about 50% of what Vic's been talking about is you. So it's lovely to re-meet you. Uh, and it'll be like some chat time there and stuff to connect. For Grundy and Titania, you're kind of you've stepped away, this and that, and you're like, what smells so good? And it's a tea shop behind you. You turn around, Breeless just sitting there drinking some tea, watching all
Um,
of this.
in light of recent events, perhaps we should talk to her and let her know why and what happened. Just to, because she hasn't been right since we left, and I'm concerned. I like to look after all my friends, so let's go and see to her well-being. So just leads Titania to the tea shop.
Okay. It's just like 10 steps, and it's like an outdoor area where Breela's just. Oh, hi. We made it,
Hi.
Breela. May we sit?
Sure. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm gonna have what you're having, and then calls over a waiter. Awkwardly.
Wonderful chai.
Oh, lovely.
How are you feeling? Doing?
Titania will look at we'll answer briefly and then look at Grandma. Oh, I don't know. Roller coaster, Rakuses, and my mother. I, I'm gonna focus on the tea. Things are, I mean, I think, yeah, and the company. Sorry, I just don't have a good answer. But uh, Randy, I saw you doing that. That using that sword under the door, magnificent. That was such a great idea.
Um, chalk it down to sibling paranoia. My sister loved to play pranks on me, so I made it a habit to always have a mirror under the door.
Love that. Love that.
A little weird, but okay.
Well, can't have a 10-year-old orc like just prodding at the door with a sword, Mirror.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, try 3 of them.
Right, you have a big family.
Yes.
How are you holding up, Venus? You look worse for wear. I mean, no, not meant to be offensive.
Why aren't you upset?
I'm many things right now. I'm upset in a number of ways. I'm also very thankful and have a lot of gratitude in a number of ways. I'm not. It's just too much, Breathe, for me right now to sort of process out each thing. But that I honestly I was wondering the same thing. Why you're not upset? I tried to take the book. Thought it was the right
We're
decision.
trying to protect it.
Yes, but
There's nothing to be upset about.
I feel that. I mean, obviously, but I felt both my options held merit. One, to do what I've always done when I'm stuck in, what comes first and naturally, feels as though it must be the right way, and it's to usher the book away, as I've done many other artifacts to stop disastrous events before. Um, but also, I've seen what you've all done. I feel like you have your hand in shaping future events on a grand scope, and perhaps rather than just as warranted as hiding it away could be having it in the right hands at the right time. Still don't know which is right. I think only time will tell. But trusting you all, it's one thing I've come to myself in my life on my own terms. I met you all and felt I could trust you all. I feel now that I should have trusted in that instinct and in all of you, and it would have spared everyone the struggle.
How how can you trust a group that one person had killed Arrakis and the other went back into a room just to steal things and almost died? To me, that's not a group that I would trust with anything important.
Gracchus, he did that of his own choosing. No one killed him. It's a foolish spell, and he was trying to give me the time and space I needed to remove myself from the situation. His own
Celestia
choosing.
was threatening you.
Because that is definitely a part of this. But I also didn't give anyone time to talk it out or give a decision. It sounds like, yeah, you've heard Zia talk about pursuit of this book and the damage it can do, and I think she spent years or decades searching for this, and I didn't give her a minute, half a minute, to discuss. I don't fully blame Zia. I do have questions for her and want to understand why things went so drastically that violent place. I also understand that it's a bit of a that's a response I would might have. Something so important were being taken away. I'd want to just stop it, and be able to discuss. I was feeling similar with Sinister. It was hard to reconcile the person that brought me to the beach and had a picnic, and shared plenty of evenings and song and music, and was someone ready to give that up for magic and items. But Sinister, after this event, he took a moment to talk to me, and it feels like something deep down has changed. I mean, it could just be me being hopeful, but it did seem that the genuine value for their life and their connections, you know, you all gave me a second chance in that room, and I feel like I owe it to each of you, certainly, to do the same. It's complex, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're able to come to terms with it. That you feel okay.
Can't say I'm quite there just yet. I think I need to have conversations with everyone, get a better idea of talking to Zia, why she went where she went with that, but also sharing why I went where I went, and seeing what we can uncover with that. And of course, you and you, gestures to you, Grundy, and at some point, not right now, of course, and talk about same. I think I don't like guessing other people's motives or feelings. I do that. I've done that since I was a child with my mother. Um, it's it's been nice with all of you that discuss things, try and come to understandings. Not everyone seems to respect differences. I have a lot of questions still, Edith. Imagine you probably do for me as well.
I don't have any questions for you. Not that you don't, I would have done the same, maybe. My issues or my questions aren't with you, Titania. I'm just glad that you're safe, and I'm glad that Zia didn't hurt you, and I'm glad that you're here, and I'm sorry that Agracus isn't. But, the best we can do is to honor them while they're not here.
Can't remember a time that I've been apart of Gracchus, so I'm appreciating the company here at the table right now very much. Thank you both.
I'm just gonna reach over and pour some more tea for these two. So we have reunited Vic and his parents. Thank you
Good.
again for your help, Titania. Yeah, she managed to release them for that curse.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was the reason he was getting sick. Proximity to his parents. Yeah, it's a lot to process. Sinister seems a little different. I mean, Sinister's always, well, for me, Sinister's always been a bit of an odd one, but just a slight difference. But I think they'll be okay. Um, but last I saw them, as I was passing through, they were hopping up and down on one leg, preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought they were supposed to be attaching his leg back. At this point, Grundy's really just trying to like make some convo that isn't like super like weird.
Well, in
Yes.
sinister fashion, they didn't allow them to attach them.
So very like his sister.
And with
Well-
that, he comes in. And that would be really nice to have a statue of my likeness over here and Char's likeness over here. But of course, I'll be showing reverence while she will be in all her glory. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Now, is that with or without your leg?
Without the leg, I look cooler.
Yeah, they could not reattach that thing. Period. It's in the medical center.
I guess we'll have to use an artificer for that.
I'll be all right. It's Grundy.
Mm-hmm.
I died and came back. And I learned the error of my ways in regards to lack of wisdom in the sense of like looting things without professionals and what that entails. And though I've only been around you for a short time, I value your existence.
I value yours too. Would you
Okay,
like to
cool.
join us?
Okay, yes. Zia is with the reuniting. I don't want to interrupt that. It's kind of, I don't know what the etiquette is with proselytizing and, you know, family and reuniting things. I'm new to this.
Brila just continues to drink her tea.
Okay, so this is tea.
Yeah.
Some step.
I'm
Please.
okay.
Would you like something else besides tea? Just slowly looking up at you from like the brim of his cup.
Has anyone seen Liazana?
Last
Actually, was
anyone
talking
saw
to the
her.
mayor.
Liazana, last time you saw her was sitting among the few dozen people that returned, just facing that book.
Okay,
She's
we're
in
gonna
her
try to-
studies. I just left her alone.
I'm gonna try to find her.
But before you go,
Yes.
he gives you a hug. And he can just like he's lingering, like you usually linger. He's giving you your treatment back.
Yes. Yeah. She'll be a little stiff at first, but then she'll return the hug.
Oh,
Maybe not quite as like squeezy and tight as she usually does.
he's doing his best Breelif imitation.
Great.
Now there you go. And then he sits down.
Nice. All right.
Oh, so what is this tea?
You get a nice.
Before that, kind of just goes poke on Sinister's shoulder, like not really like a hard punch, just like a don't scare us like that again.
I can't make you any promises, but I'll try not to be as impetuous. I'm just gonna say it like this. We all have flights of fancy and impetuousnesses. It's just that I try not to put you guys at risk.
Okay, so kind of just reach into his pouch and yeah, pick this up from like you left it somewhere. It's like just a bottle of wine.
And then he gives you one of the Breelif hugs.
Okay.
And there you go.
Sip.
Nice. Well, so between the two of you and Titania, you're able to catch up a little bit. Zia and Vic and everyone's catching up over there. Breelith, you wanted to check with Liazana, or were you just looking for?
No, she's looking for Liazana.
Okay. All right, you head back down. I don't have my book out here, and she's just like flipping through this book, like sitting down in that resting spot where everyone arrived, and just like,
Lilith will just kind of sit beside her, but not like right beside her. Like she'll give her space.
okay, doesn't even seem to register you.
Hey, book looking okay?
Um, I I don't know. This is really hard to read, and I'm waiting to get to the part where it starts talking about the Order of Spectres. I skipped ahead and I saw a little, but there isn't like a chapter called "The Reason Why Order of Spectres" was started in here, much to
Sure.
my chagrin. um, it's frustrating. It's very very frustrating.
Is there anything that you can't like? Is there anything in a different language there, or are you able to?
Oh,
Is it all in common?
you know, this is this is the let's see, the tome of this is the tome of horrors, right?
No. Zia has the Tome of Horrors.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I also have another book I didn't get a chance to look at.
You did, but yours is not one of the 3 books. So
Okay.
Cyric has the Book of Runes.
Yes.
I have the Book of Horrors, and I believe Titania still has
The Book of Enoch,
the
Volume
box.
3.
And we have not seen what is in the box yet. I do not believe it has been opened at this point.
Correct.
At
Okay.
least that's what I have in my notes. We can retcon if the story needs it.
Gotcha. No, that sounds exactly on point. So yeah, Liaison's gonna be like, I don't know. I really need to look at the Tome of Horrors. That's the one that's got what I need apparently. These other books I took, they all just they point to that one. They point to that one. Um, I really
I
just.
will note, Zia does not remember that she has the Tome of Horrors.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Um.
We'll have to get you the Tome of Horrors.
Yeah. 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 We need to do that.
Mental message. Braylith starts a mental message. Hey, who has the Tome of Horrors?
Who saw you with it, Zia? Trying to think of who was.
Unfortunately, as far as I know, no one.
Titanian
see it.
Arrakis, right?
Gracchus might have. But
Gracchus
that
and
does
Cyric.
not really matter.
Yeah.
He's a
Cyric was
ghost.
the other one, but he's not on the mind thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Zia would probably say, we should ask Cyric. He might know. Where is he?
If you look around, Breathe, you'll see him like. You didn't notice because you weren't thinking of him. He's like a few seats down in this area, but he's like pushing himself out of everyone's mind. But because you know him, and in that moment you thought of him, like, oh, hi. It's like
Okay.
5 seats down.
She wouldn't get up right away because I think that Liazana was still talking. It seemed like Liazana was still saying
That's it. She goes
something.
kind of like back into this book, trying to find something until she can get the. Or I guess she'd wait. She'd be like listening in on the thing, and then look around and probably see Cyric too. Oh,
Braylith will get up and go and ask. So
Okay.
go up to Cyric. Hey, Cyric,
yes.
did you pick up the Tome of Horrors while we were in the library, or did you see who did?
The one spoken as Zia.
Okay.
She holds that tome.
Okay. Are you doing okay, Cyric? Is there anything that you need?
An introduction. You said this book needed to be returned, but I must stay with it. So I need an introduction that I may stay here with the book upon our agreement.
Yes. Let me go and help you take care of that right now.
These two.
So she would take him to the mayor,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, Meter's probably made his way back around after getting the sales pitch from Sinister.
Yeah, she would see the mayor. She'd be like, hi.
Oui, yeah. Oui. How may I help you?
So we we found your book.
You, you are incredible. You have saved our people and returned our book as well.
Yes, slight slight issue. The book is fine.
Oh
And she'll kind of like, does Cyric have it out or no?
no.
Okay. The book is fine.
Yes.
But this is Cyric.
Oh,
Kind of
you like did not notice him at all until you pointed him out. Oh, I'm sorry. We are
he's
safe.
fine.
I'm sorry,
He's good.
friends.
He's safe. He's a friend.
Because
he
you
helped
mentioned
us.
that I said, well,
Yes.
clearly,
Cyric-
friends.
Cyric
hello.
here helped us find the books and find also your people.
Well, then we owe you a debt of gratitude. Merci.
Also, Cyric also is looking to study the book that you need that we got for you. And so he would like to at your confirmation agreement that they can stay with the book and study it while you use it as well amongst your people.
See, well, if you have helped us, Sieg, of course, I hope you understand that this is a part of our religion, and sacred to us, and we have yet to know one another, so under certain circumstances, security, so as we build trust, where Venable, you have saved many of our people, our sacred text. Of course, we will allow this with those conditions, if that is all right with you. Eric's just like, down to like, yes, yeah. Yes.
I believe what I trusted Cyric with my life when we were in the caves. So I would do so again in a heartbeat.
Understood. That carries much weight. Thank you again.
Brilith, yes, yeah, of course. Brilith will turn to Cyric and will say to Cyric directly, I think you'll be safe amongst their people.
Traveling through the caves, my people are disconnected. I sensed many looking to leave. Others stay. I don't think that the city is in danger anymore. With your elimination, we think.
You've done well, Cyric. You helped us.
I will stay, study, and watch over Unulake.
Thank you. Alright, she'll turn back to the mayor. If you need anything, just let us know, okay?
Of course, you've already done so much, but if we can give you a feast, you're welcome to stay as long as you need or wish to. City's yours.
Thank you. And she'll give like a small bow. I will discuss it with my friends, and if we need anything, I'll let you know.
Wonderful. All right. Heads back
And
over.
okay. And she will get kind of on the mind link. So Sarek has been accepted into the people here. The mayor's been informed about the book, and that Sarek is kind of part of that deal. They both talked. They both were introduced. They both agreed. All is well.
That's great news.
Single mind link to Zia. You have the book. The Book of Horrors. You're muted,
Muted.
Claire.
Sorry. Is that what Sirik said?
Yes.
Zia will immediately tear off her pack, go through everything, kind of throwing things in all directions. Eventually, I'm assuming finding it. Unless something else happened, Dan.
No, yeah, if you go
it's
through,
still there.
Mm-hmm,
it's not
mm-hmm.
going through like the demon teddy bear type of thing where it has my
Oh my gosh. No, you're safe.
Because that would just make Freelith so mad.
It
was like,
I would
I
live
don't
for
have
that.
it.
Braylith would just stay here.
It's like live among the
Retired.
people.
Oh my
I'm
God.
done. I'm gonna help study this book.
So Zia pulls it out. It's like, oh my God, you're right. Quickly kind of feeling kind of the energy from the book, kind of lays it down and lets Freelith know, just as a reminder, that anyone who looks at it and touches it for too long, the archivist had said that it could cause you to just lose your mind, to lose everything of your being, and just to like fade into nothingness. Like, it's a truly like evil text. What do we? Do you want me to give it to Liazana?
I'll just do a quick DM reminder that this is also one of the holy texts of this place, and they asked if you can find it for them. Those 3 books she picked up are all part of their holy texts. That's all. Carry on.
Bro.
So we found. So let's see. So was the Book of Enoch also one of those texts?
Book of Enoch
Okay.
is in the box that Titania has. Further reminder is that Zia does not know that Titania has that.
Nice, yeah.
So, fun times.
So no one knows, right? No one knows that the Book of Enoch was picked up except.
Well, we don't know. It was just a box.
Well, she just shared it with Grundy and Bree.
She did. She did. Okay. Well, thank you for the reminders, both of you, because it slipped my mind about the context of everything.
I think I wrote down everything like 4 times, and every single time I wrote it down, I mixed up 2 of them. So
Breelith Woods. Are we giving both of the books back to the settlement? To the people? Like they asked us to?
Wait, did we find the other book?
Titania has it.
Titania has the other book?
Yes. And this is just to Zia.
Okay. Well, have we opened it? Have we seen it? Is it the Book of Enoch?
Did she say the Book of Enoch?
She suggested it, yeah.
Okay.
She implied it.
I think so, yes.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. Okay, I know there's some things that I'm missing for you, and I know that there are some things that went wrong, and it's gonna take me a little bit. I'm gonna have to talk to Sirik soon. Okay. Putting that aside for now, which is very hard for me to do, but okay. With the Book of Horrors right now, what should I do with it now? Do I give it back do I tell Liazada about it at all? Do I give her the same warning and trust her to choose? I the archivist just made it so clear about the corrupting ability of this, and uh,
I think I think we should let her know the danger. As tempting as it is to just tell her that we didn't find it, I think that we should let her know the danger and let her choose herself.
okay. Would you like to tell her, or since I'm here, I can relay that information if you'd like?
I can let her know.
Okay. I will, and Zio basically wrap it up in kind of additional leather, just so she can hold it without touching it directly.
Nice, nice, yeah. Good goal.
We'll just put that down and think about that later.
So Relith will get back to Liazana, Dan.
Been
And
watching you on a mental message. Like,
well, the what she just talked about Zia was just between her and Zia.
she's
said
just
that.
watching
Yeah.
you on it.
Oh,
She doesn't know
okay.
who you're talking to,
Okay.
but she knows that, face. So she's just
Okay.
like,
So Relith will come over.
Sinister probably
Liazana.
knows, but he's gonna continue playing
Nice.
some guitar like
Relith
yeah.
will come over to Liazana and just kind of like sit down in front of her this time, just so that she's face to face with her. So, what is she cross-armed like that, Dan? Okay. So I mean, I'm picking up on a vibe here, and I'm just want to make sure that I'm interpreting how you're acting correctly. That this is very kind of it seems out of place, right? Like it seems like a little
yeah.
a little intense, right? Especially with dealing with me.
It definitely. Yep. I'll say that without a check or anything, you felt this hyper intensity in her, hyper focus on getting answers. This is supposed to be her key that opens the lock to understanding everything about her dad, about the Order of Specters, about, was her dad, he's a member. Is he good? Is he bad? Everything that has been the crux of her traveling alone for decades, or whatever, near a century. She's been traveling a very long time. I think it's near a century alone in search of this stuff. Is here, and now she's heard Cyric say, "Yeah, Sia has it," and then you went to mental message, so she's like, if that helps.
So, nope. Yep. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. So Relith will kind of sit down in front of her. I'm imagining her just kind of like kneeling, and probably looking at her hands at first. So like, take them, but if she's seeing that she's cross-armed, will be like, so we have the book. I do just want to remind you, Liazana, that what we were warned, that if the longer you look at it for and there's not even a time. It's just if you look at it for a bit and you hold it, it can erase you. I just want to remind you of that warning that we were given. Sia has the book. If you want to look at it at some point.
Definitely. Lets her arms down, leans forward a bit, hands on knees. Relith, we have something here. You and I have a lot with, a captain with the whole crew. And this has been an amazing 8 to 12 months, whatever it's been. This is something I've been after for decades, decades, decades. She knows how old you are. How old are you, Relis?
Oh, not that old.
Yeah, like 20s or
Yeah,
30s,
realist. Yeah,
early 30s.
she's pretty young because they only live like human
Okay,
years.
yeah,
So, oh no, actually she's 45.
okay. About like 2 of your lifetimes so far, I've been looking for this. I mean, I didn't know it was this. The way I feel about you, that I don't want to say love because she's not here. I don't know what you've shared yet, but that care that I have, concern, the warmth. No, I consider you. I consider you all family. You especially. I had that and I lost it all. It was all ripped away from me because of this. This is gonna give me answers. I really appreciate you looking out for me. I do. And she'll kind of lean forward and try and put her arms like on your hand, her hands on your forearms or something like that to connect. I appreciate it. I do. And I'll be careful. I've been careful for a very long time. I'll be careful with this. As careful as I can be, but I need those answers. And I might have to straddle that line a bit. And I'm gonna do my best. I've gotta get to the bottom of this, Leelith. I don't know why any of what happened. My only recently found out my father was in the order. Why? Related to this other person, and that's related to this book. Order of Spectres was good at some point. I'm sure that's just a shock, as much of a shock to you. It's all in that book. It's like, picks up one of the other books. Like, these have nothing. And she throws it down on the chair. I've got to have that book, and I've got to get answers. And yeah, please. I know this. I'll return it to the city when I get my answers. I am happy. We can make a round trip and bring that book back.
Lilith will kind of wherever her hands are will kind of, take her hands as long as they're not like up in the air,
No, they're back down
just
in the
kind
lap.
of take her hands and you'll find those answers. I'll make sure that you find those answers. Okay. Let's go and look at the book.
Zia will be walking over at this point and hand it in leather. I understand, Liazana, to want something this badly. Just don't make my mistakes.
Thank you. And I understand. Sort of like leaning into like I understand why you did what you did, kind of like really diving deep into the deep for this bug. Thank you. Maybe we should just, I don't know what time of day it is. Maybe we get something to eat. We just get something to eat and drink, and then sleep, and then figure out what we're doing in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Alright. Maybe we'll ask the mayor where it's good to eat.
Yeah.
No nice tea shop.
Nice.
Probably not able to get Gabagool this far underground.
Gooba Gal is down here. Yeah. What?
Well, I'm a leg
knock
shorter,
off.
so I can eat more, I think.
Nice.
You gotta get your strength back, Sinister.
Yeah.
Oh, The wine
You're
is helping.
Maybe
You're
you'll
like
finally
short, so
be
you
able
get
to
drunk
compete
faster.
with Vic and I.
No, I'm
Nice.
not gonna even attempt.
That's
Shar has given me enough strength as
Oh
it is.
yeah, you see them just like stretching, getting ready. Like, okay, we got
Yeah,
this.
I got
nice.
this.
You do realize there's less of you to like get drunk now, which means you'll get drunk faster, right?
That's a lie.
Oh, amazing.
He like goes to swing out and then falls right.
Right?
Oh,
All right, I gotta get used to this. I gotta get used to this.
I
All
love
right.
that so much. That's incredible. Um, yeah, so you'll you'll find your way over to nice tasty place to eat, Asamir, wherever you want to do. But you find your way to a nice tasty um, a place with nice tasty food. Sorry, fumbling for my notes here.
Can they have sushi here?
I wish they could, but it's
It's
the
too hot.
desert above, and yeah, not much under. um, yeah, sorries.
Gotta do
Uh,
some like lizard jerky or something.
there's yeah, plenty of like lizard and subterranean creature thing. There's also a lot of those because they had a bunch of the like the centipede and cephalopods and other things like that. Ew.
Oddly enough,
Hakuna
I'm
Matata.
okay with it.
Nice. Okay. Right. Right.
It kind of reminds me of home a little.
Ooh. Love it.
Find some snails.
If Simba could do it, we can.
Amazing.
Who's Simba?
Nice.
Oh, right. Wrong dimension.
Yeah, they
There's
don't know
some,
that in this world.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to plug in just a little tiny bit of time at this restaurant. If that's okay, it will be brief because I know we're near the end of our night. But I'll just say because it's been a really intense day, I want to let everyone have a little brief amount of time where at least everyone's enjoying some tasty food. You can have some drinks. Everybody shows up, including Sirik. It's been invited. A lot of the townsfolk find out that you're all having this here, and it gets totally covered. The bill's covered. People are bringing some stuff that they made from home. Here you go.
Oh,
And some homemade booze and some other stuff to test and try. General vibe of your uh, general vibe of your crewmates. Sirik, Sirik drinks and gets a little extra. He seems to sway a lot when he drinks.
Does his tentacles start dancing?
Yeah, they have like an extra little and there's music playing that kind of go in time. Um, Vic's there, his sister's there, his parents are there, and they're trying. Of course, Vic wants you to sit with with them as the everyone's sitting together, but kind of group up. Titania's there. She seems sad, obviously. Like Arrakis is gone, and there's been a lot, but she's also, you can tell in her face that she's happy to be here with you. And also,
Can I reach over and just kind of hold her hand and pat it and just like kind of
yeah, she'll go. She'll be on board
just
for
like
that.
hold it and
Yeah,
keep her
and she'll ask you to play some music here and there, tell a tale.
Yeah.
And while some of the wounds are fresh and everything else, and there's certainly people that take a quick pause as they turn. Titania doesn't. She just looks at you for you, and isn't affected by that.
I'm twice as pretty.
Nice. At the very towards the end of the meal, I think Titania, she's been a little reserved in drinking. She's had a little bit, to stay in the vibe. But she'll ask at the end of the night, I don't know where everyone's off to next. Gotta get a rest, of course, to kind of get my head in place, but would you mind dropping me off at Mos Eiles? maybe I can travel with you again, I hope, but I would like to stop at Atmos and go to their religious board and see if I can understand what's happened to Akracus and see if there's any hope to bring him back. And you'll notice she says that she's purposely put her like a satchel down on her right side where Gracchus always sits to leave a little space and no one sits down on that side. Just to see if there's anything I can do to bring him back.
I know a lovely bakery.
Check that out. Thank you, Sister. Thank you, everyone. Of course, we can keep in touch now. That's wonderful. And once again, answers. I very much hope to return to the ship. I don't want to hold you up from any of your plans, of course. All right. I would like to propose a toast then, in equal parts to our victories, and she'll raise the glass halfway, and you know, a lot of the townspeople get into that, like the people recovered, the people saved, and all the things that are positives, and losses, and kind of nod at Sinister, who's, you know, had this, you know, the damage and everything, and look around and look at Grax's empty spot. May the former always outweigh the latter. Take drinks.
Here, here.
And with that, we'll end tonight's session. Okay. Woo! Fuck! Y'all got through that. Oh, that was a lot. Well. I hope you all had fun today. It's one of those weird, like, you know, last session was really intense because like all the things going on, but this one is intense in a different way when it's like, okay,
Yes.
now we deal with the fallout, like.
Yeah.
And we still haven't really dealt with it though.
Nope.
This is the this is everything that's happening to the
For real. Everyone's getting like, yeah, there's layers and layers and shifts and changes. So much going on. So we're gonna have a killer post show for Patreon followers. You're gonna get like all the deeds and like a crazy breakdown of all this. But for now, I'll just say that you've been watching, if anyone new here that doesn't know already, you've been watching Extremis, our Saturday night D&D campaign, our Sky Pirate D&D. Every night, that'd be amazing. Every Saturday night.
Every night.
So much
Every night,
planning, I'd
it'll
die.
Or not even just nights, 24/7, 365.
Nice. Yay!
You sleep,
Yeah.
half
Shifts.
of it.
Who's taking first shift?
Shifts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
and the player characters, not even our characters, us ourselves will take the points of exhaustion.
Yeah, for real. Playing real time, like, oh, the sun's setting. Okay, so you can catch us every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. I'll bring up our schedule here. I don't know if it's not even pulling the newest one, whatever. We've got some other stuff. There's a D&D here throughout the week, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern mostly. We got 2 new campaigns I'll be DMing coming up Tuesday night and Friday night, 9 to midnight Eastern. Tuesdays is about a month away now, just about a month away while we're session 0. And Friday will be at the beginning of the year. On Roopy Doop Doop Thursdays, typically from 4 to 7 Eastern, you can catch Steph and Christy. Christy shares, Christy, if you don't know, is like this incredible master mini painter. And she shares all these cool insights and tips and everything with Steph and the rest of us. On Paint by Minis on Thursday, 4 to 7. So check it out. And that's all the really important
I
stuff.
put my link because you ask me every time, well, what's your
Thank you.
channel?
Yes, perfection. Thank you.
Yes.
Please go follow Christy and then follow from there, like all her socials and stuff. There's a lot of awesome stuff inclusiveness and like just trying to break open that gatekeeping, all the other bullshit that's out there. So
And
fall is
sometimes I paint minis.
yes.
No, I paint minis mostly.
They're spectacular. Oh my gosh, I love them.
Is that what you do with your Twitter?
I do all of that. What Dan said. That's all of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I guess that's it. We will go ahead and raid some new folks over at Double O Buck.
Double O Buck.
What was it? Double O Buck?
Double O
Oh,
Buck.
okay.
Double O Buck.
With two
Looks like they were
Ks.
having fun. Yep. So hopefully this is okay. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Interesting.